Live your life within the moment, and don't go wait until the morning.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Today is the day that I was going to show y'all how to do the bowl cozies. Like I said, I don't have a pattern for this. You can find them online pretty much anywhere. Just type in free cozy, bowl cozy patterns, and you can find them. I did, like I say, I ordered these templates. They're just little clear templates. And it's to cut out the bowl cozies with. They're really, really easy to cut out. All you would do is take a 10 by 10 sheet and you would cut the edging out and around it. So it's really, really easy. These are not very expensive at all. You can see the little black things show you where to cut or fold and all of that. Not cut, but where you fold and everything. So I'm going to show y'all how to do this. I've already got my pieces cut out. I thought I would use green since it's coming up on St. Patrick's Day. And on the back, I have this. I also ordered this from Amazon. This is a bowl, a bowl cozy backing. So instead of cutting them out myself, I just ordered these. You cut them out the exact same way, and they fit right on the back. And you're going to see the edges right here are going to be sticking up, and then everything else is a perfect fit. So I have my machine threaded. I'm going to show y'all how to sew these up. They're really, really easy. And like I said, all you got to do is just cut this out, this little pattern, and I'll try to measure it. This was a 10 by 10. It was just one 10 by 10 square that I used to cut out with, and basically all I did was cut the edges out in it. So I'm going to show y'all how to sew this together, and I'll try to figure out how to let you guys know how to do the pattern itself as far as the size and everything. So let's get started on that. Okay, so I have the camera zoomed in onto my sewing machine so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to take, and I'm going to put little pins in this to hold the backing down. And what you're going to do is straight down the centers, you're going to make just a straight stitch. It's really easy, just a straight stitch down the center. And that's going to hold your backing on. Hold on, my thread broke. Okay, sorry, my thread broke on my bobbin. So let's just go back, and we're going to do just a straight stitch straight down the center. If you want to, you can put tape measure down so that you can get a perfectly straight line, or you can, when you get this done, if you want to, you can completely quilt it. That's up to you. There's no specifics about it, just enough to hold it down. And then you're going to turn it this way, and you're going to go down this part and do the same thing. And I guess you notice I'm using my 8700. I have found that this one works a lot easier than the other one that I used, the 1181, because this one will sew thinner fabrics. So now that I got that in there, I'm going to take these pins out so I don't stick myself. And then I'll show you how to sew up the sides, which are really, really easy. And like I said, this is a free pattern. You can pretty much find them anywhere. You can find them online. So what you're going to do is you're going to fold it right in half, just like that. And you're going to make sure that your fabric isn't bulked up or anything. So we're just going to go at a 1/4 inch seam. I got it on my quarter line right there. And I'm just going to sew straight across and back stitch on both ends of it. Okay. And then I'm going to do this side the same way, 1/4 inch, front and back. You're going to have kind of an odd shape when you get done. So you're going to open it up and it'll look like this. So you're going to fold it this way to get these edges together. Make sure your fabric is lined up. Mine's lined up. And you're going to go that 1/4 inch on this side as well, front and back. Now it's going to look kind of funny on the inside, but it's not going to be seen in the end. You can just snip your little pieces off. We're going to go to this side and do the same thing, 1/4 of an inch, front and back. And you're basically going to end up with a bowl shape right to start with. Okay, so now you're going to end up with something that looks like this. Just like that. And it'll look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip. Let me back you up a little bit. I'm going to snip these off. They're not very big, but the less bulk, the better. So I'm just going to take it and I'm going to snip it right at the fabric right there. I should have got some better scissors. These are just not good scissors. These are not fabric scissors. I was cutting paper earlier, so I forgot to grab them. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now you don't want to cut it so far up to the line that when you go to turn it inside out that it's going to bust out of your seams. So you're ending up with something that looks like this. And you're going to set this one to the side, and then we're going to come back to it once we get the other one done. You're going to do the exact same thing. I'll show you again with this one. You're going to do the exact same thing that we did on the first one. I have it basted down with quilting basting glue. That's all that I have it down with. And then I'm pushing it down with some pins. Just don't get your pins in your sewing area where you're going to be sewing it shut. But just enough to hold it down. And make sure that way it's good and tight. You don't want it to not be tight. If it's not tight, your fabric will bulk up in the center and it'll look really funny. So you don't want that to happen. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing again. I'm going to do that straight line down the center, just like I did before. And like I said, if you need a ruler to do it, use a ruler, it's fine. It's just the same exact thing. Okay, and I'm going to sew up these edges, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to show you how to put it together. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I have them sewed up now. Both of them are bowl shaped. So what you're going to do next is you're going to take one of these bowls and you're going to turn it right sides out. And you're just going to pop it out just like this. And you're going to have these cute little puckers where you sewed up the edges. That's going to give you your bottom. So that's what your bottom's going to look like. They're really cute, and that's why I like to do the little stitch in the center. So you're going to take this one and you're going to put it inside of this one. This one's going to stay inside out. You're going to put them together, or you can do it this way. It doesn't matter, but the pretty sides have to be touching. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it inside of this one, and I'm going to line up these seams. That is very, very important that your seams line up. If they do not line up, they will be crooked and it will not look good at all. And so this is where pins or like the little clips, they come in really handy. So these are very important to do this with. If you don't pin anything else, pin these. Okay? And just make sure all of your edges are lined up. You want your seams to be lined up together. So I'm going to go all the way around this and I'm going to pin it. And when I come back, I'm going to show you how to sew it together. So don't go to the next step yet. Just keep pinning around and then I'll show you how to do it. Okay, so I have it pinned all the way around and it's all lined up. Now what you're going to do is you're going to have to leave an opening. So I'm going to leave my opening right here to turn it inside out. And that's why I didn't pin it right here. So I'm going to start and leave this side open. You want to leave the straight edge open, and you want to sew down your curved edges. So I'm gonna zoom y'all back in to the sewing machine, and then I'll show you how to go around the outside and then show you how to turn it the way it goes. Okay, so I have y'all zoomed in now. I'm going to show you how to go around it. I like to start on the edges because that way I can work better that way. Let me kind of pull you up just a little bit so you can see. I like to work around it, but like I said, this side that we didn't pin, we're going to leave this open right here. This is where you're going to turn your project. So you're going to start with your seams and you're going to go all the way around it. And I like to follow the white backing, but the original one that I was using said just to go straight. But I found out that if you go around the edges, it makes a prettier bowl. And I just like the way that looks better. I do think I am going to put a little pin right there because it's wanting to pop loose. So, well, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show y'all how to get started sewing it around, okay? So, it's not that difficult, but it is time consuming getting all the way around the edges. So what you're going to do is all the way around the edges, you are going to sew 1/4 inch all the way around. And I'm doing it from the inside out. You can do it from the outside in, it's not going to matter. So you want to be sure to back stitch really well at the beginning and the end. And as far as domestic friendly, it's pretty domestic friendly as long as you don't use double layer thick backing like I'm doing. You can use single layer and that's fine, but the bowl isn't as tough as this one. So I have a couple already made up. I'll show y'all when I get done what they look like. And I hope y'all can see what I'm doing. I'm trying to make it where you can see. Okay, so when I get right here to this seam, I go down and I stop, and then I turn it and I go up. And then back around. Okay? Just like that. It's really easy. I'm just following the white backing. And then in my straight sides that I'm doing, I'm just going straight across them, being sure to pull my pins out. You don't want to sew over these. And again, staying at that 1/4 inch. And then pivot around. I'm taking those pins out as I go. And then you're gonna, when you get back to where we're gonna close it up together, you can cut out once we're done. So, well, I dropped that pin. Okay, so I'm going down and then back up, and now I'm going around this edge here. This is where I'm gonna leave that corner open, that middle part. And that way I can just sew straight across. So I'm going to stop halfway there and back stitch really well. And apparently I'm going to break my thread. So let me get this thing threaded, and then I'll show you, because I'm already back to where I need to be. So I will show you how to turn it inside out. I just want to make sure that I got this ready for when we get ready to close it. I cannot see these for anything in the world. I just, getting old ain't fun. Okay, so I got that threaded back. Okay, so I'm back now to where I was going to do the corner. So here is your straight edge right here. This is what you're going to leave open. Not this corner. I'm going to sew this corner down. and I'm going to stop here and here, and I'm going to leave that part open. So I'm just going to pull this pin out, and I bent that one, it's no good. And now I can push it all the way down. I'm going to pick it back up where I stopped out, and just go right around that corner, and right here I'm going to stop and back, and then pull it out. Okay, and now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to go around it. Hang on, I'll show y'all how to do it. I'm going to cut the edges off before I turn my bowl. And I'm going to leave the little area right there that I didn't sew shut. I'm going to leave it without cutting it. I'm just going to go around the edges, and I'm following the white backing is what I'm doing. And this is just debulking it. And don't get too close to your stitches, because they will pop loose. And like I said, this is just, I'm just debulking is all I'm doing. You don't even have to do this if you don't want to. Okay. So I have all that took care of. Now this part is a little bit harder because you have to turn this through this little bitty opening. And that is kind of difficult. That's why you want a really good back stitch. Actually, I think I missed a spot right here. You want a really good back stitch right there so that it doesn't break out, because it will snap. Oh, my thread broke again. I changed my bobbin and my needle, and I think I put a smaller needle than what I usually use, and this is thicker, so it's not liking that very much, but it'll be okay. So right here is your opening. Now if you have hemostats, this is where your hemostats will come in really handy. And if you have to, see, I cut a little close on there with my thread. I got a little close and I can't get my whole hand in there. So I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to snip a couple of the little threads that are there. This isn't a big deal. I just wasn't paying attention, I guess. So. But you can just snip them off or whatever. Just don't cut your fabric. Hold on, I gotta turn my light around, so hang on 1 second. It's gonna get really bright for just a second. I don't know where I put my seam ripper either. I'm just not prepared today. Okay, I think I can get it now. So I'm putting my hemostats in there. In between my fabric, and I'm going to pinch it and I'm going to try to pull it through. I don't know if I can get it through that hole or not, so let's see. I may have to open it up a little bit further. So let me see if I can get these, get it turned out, and then I'll come back and show you what I had to do. Okay, so all I ended up doing was seam ripping it a little bit further. Move that back out of the way. And I'm going to take my hemostats and I'm going to put it down in there, and I'm going to try now to pull it inside out. And like I said, this is going to take a while. This is very tough material. This backing is. You may have to have a really big hole in comparison to other things that you make. Okay, here we go. I think we're getting somewhere now. Now this to me is the hardest part of the entire project. So if you're good at turning these out, you would think that I would be good at it, knowing that I do bags, but for some reason these are really tough to turn with this backing. So that's why a lot of people only use one piece of it. But if you use one piece, it's not as sturdy as the 2 pieces that I use. So there is that. But if you have bad hands or something, one piece is really easy to turn. It's not hard at all. And like I said, when I get this turned out, I'll show you the other ones. I have them sitting over there that I've made, and I'll show you the difference between them as far as size and turning them and that sort of thing. Because these templates come in 3 sizes. You have small, medium, and large. This one is the small one. The medium one is for like a regular bowl. The large is for a plate. I have done that one, but that's the one I like to sit on my sewing machine and put stuff in it. So I really like doing that with that one because I'm not going to put a plate in one. And like I said, you've got to really work this. And it's going to take you quite a while. And your hands are going to get tired, trust me. But I've almost got it now. So if you want to do it for the first time, I would use the 1 piece, not the 2. And the bigger they are also helps turning them. If you go with the bigger size, they're not quite as hard to turn. I think I just ripped it. Oh my goodness. It is not wanting to go down in there. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. I think I got it. I can get in a workout, I do know that. It's making me sweat. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. Here we go. We're getting there. Okay. Now, like I said, it's a lot of work, but they're really cute when you get done with them. And you're going to think, what on earth? It's a ball. It's not once you get all of your edges pushed out and everything. It will look like you're going to fill up a ball or something. So we're going to push those edges out. You're going to have 4 corners, just like you would when you were sewing it, just like you did. So you're going to push those corners out. And remember the seam that we did? That's going to show you where your middle's at. So you're going to know that that area is your middle, where you made those stitches at. Let's just use this. I'm going to push the corners out in it. Just get those corners real good. Okay. And then you're going to see the bowl start taking shape. And if you ever get over your first one, the rest of them are not that difficult if you can figure out how much backing that you want to use and all of that. Right now I'm just pulling out my edges and stuff. Getting them all in there. You're going to top stitch once you get finished with this. It's going to be top stitched all the way around. Okay, there we go. It doesn't have to be perfect, but the more you work at getting those edges out, the prettier it'll be. And you can start seeing it taking shape. There's your side that was left open. You're going to top stitch around it. I missed a little corner right there. So. And you're going to work your seams just like this. That's just going to give you somewhere to go around it, to push your edges out. I just pinched my finger. Pushing your edges out, it's going to give you a nice way to top stitch. Okay. Now it's all ready. There's the bottom. Let me cut this off. There's your bottom. There's your top. We're going to do this corner now, and then it'll be done. So I'm going to pull you in to the sewing machine again and let you see me do around the edges. Okay, so we're going to top stitch now. We're going to go around the edges here and just, I'm going to go at probably, I'm going to do a 4. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm just going to top stitch all the way around it. Checking my edges, making sure they're good. I'm just sewing all the way around it. And like I said, I'm using a 4mm stitch length. Okay, now I'm getting to the edge right there where the hole is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tuck that edge in and go around it, and that way it doesn't show. You'll be able to see it a little bit, but it won't be, it'll just be like where it was sewed together. So yeah, we'll do that. I have a hard time pushing that in there and holding it at the same time. And these are really cute when they're done. I've got the other ones and brought over here for y'all to see them. I just want to make sure that I get these edges in there good. Okay, and we're top stitching that down. Uh-oh, I got off mine there. Okay. Just go slow around your edges. Get fairly close to the top. Alright. And then just snip it. I'm going to cut those extra little strings off right there. And push the bowl out. You can iron it down if you want to. There's your cute little bowl cozy. I'm going to show y'all the other ones. Okay, so there's the bowl cozy. It's really cute. Turned out really good. This one, like I said, I just did green. You can see all your little stitching right there. That's really cute. And the inside. And there's your pretty seams. All your seams are going to line up. So there's that one. I hope y'all make these. These are really fun. And I was going to show you the difference in the other ones that I have made. This one is the same size as this one, but I did a decorative stitch on it. You can see all around the edges, and you can see like where I sewed it together right there is where the hole was at that I turned it by. And then this is the medium. This one I love. I did even more decorative stitching on this one. So I went around, I don't know if you can see it, but I went around this way with it and up and down this way and got it that way. This one only has one piece of binding in it, so it's more flexible versus these. These are a lot tougher. And then I have this one. This one has 2 pieces of binding, but being bigger, it wasn't as hard to close. So they're really, really cute. And if you don't want to use them for bowl cozies, like these are just too small, use it to put on the table or something and put something decorative in it. Anything like that. They're really fun to make once you get them. I'll try to find the pattern and see if I can link a pattern. But like I said, this one I just bought the template from Amazon, and I used that template to make them with after watching a video on how to sew them up. And then this came from Amazon. You don't have to have it pre-cut. You can cut it yourself. All you got to do is take your template, and it's got these little, I don't know if y'all can see those, the little black dots lines everything up. Just like that. And it shows you, like, this line here, this one and this one, is for if you want to sew from corner to corner. It makes an X instead of going from the middle here like I did in the middle here. It shows you from corner to corner to hold your binding or your backing in. These were like, I don't know, I think they might have been less than $10. I'll have to check. But they're really easy, and you don't even have to have them. And like I said, I'll try to link them below. But they measure I used a 10 by 10 square to do the to do this with, and the template is 8 by 8, and then the triangle here is 1.5 this way and 2 this way. So when you turn it this way, this will be 2 inches, and this is 1.5. So if you go on each side and you just fold it and cut out a triangle that is a 2 inch long by the 1.5 wide, then you're going to be good as long as you come up with this shape. There's also some that have rounded corners that you can get that will look just exactly like this when you cut them out, how these are rounded, versus the way that this one was. This one wasn't a rounded one. This one has the little points on it. So that was the one that I used, the big one like this, because this is what it does. But to get the rounded ones, you can get the rounded template. And like I said, they come 3 in a pack, and they're really cheap. And they're really easy to put together. So I hope that y'all liked the video. If you did, like, subscribe, and share. Hopefully I'll be getting more into videos. I've been working on some embroidery things. Let's see. So I did this today. It's super cute. I'm actually going to use this panel. This is the panel size that I was using to make these with. So I'm actually going to take this panel, and I'm going to sew another one to it and put the backing on it. And I'm actually going to make a bowl cozy with Minnie Mouse on it. So, and you can mix and match colors too. So like, say you wanted, like where this has green in it, you could take a green piece and put on it as well. And it could be reversible. And this could be the inside or the outside. So I just wanted to do a little embroidery on it. I thought it was cute. So, and it's got little, the little clovers on it. Is she not stinking cute? That is so cute. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for coming on and watching, and I will see you in the next video. And like I said, I'll try to link some things down below, and I'll put a couple more videos somewhere up here or over here. I don't know where they go, but I'll put them up there for you guys to watch between now and then. I hope you have a blessed evening or day, night, whatever it is. And I will see y'all later. Bye.